Hey guys, Beast 1210. Enjoying a nice little sunset we got going on over here. Just finished having a little steak and dandelion pepper jack cheese, little quesadilla. So I wanted to talk to you about sort of the whole flu thing, some of the panic that rises from it, and just some easy things that you can be prepared about. There's a lot of really easy things to do to keep yourself out of harm's way and prepared. This is why we prepare, right? It takes all the the antsiness and the trepidations about the what ifs. It takes a lot of that out of the equation. Because whatever it is, you still got to live your life, you still go on, you got to enjoy yourself, and you got to enjoy wonderful evenings like this, and make yourself a fire and a sweet dandelion quesadilla, and have yourself a good meal. You're talking flu virus. These are basic things that you should be doing on a daily basis anyway. Make sure you get plenty of good food, good quality rest, and then hygiene. And this means washing your hands, regularly, avoiding public areas, touching, keyboards at offices and doorknobs and stuff like that. And, we can't live in a bubble. So a really easy way is, hand sanitizer. This one has aloe in it. They're basically just alcohol, some other stuff. The one thing I should have brought out here, I brought everything else out, is bleach. Now, we all have bleach. It's all on everybody's list of things to have, and it's not just for, whitening your clothes. It's not just for water purification. I'll give you a good remedy is just going to be a capful, usually about a teaspoon of the bleach into a gallon of cold water. It's got to be cold water. Hot water will evaporate the bleach. If you've ever put hot water in bleach, you get a really strong chlorine smell. That's because it's evaporating. It won't be inside the water doing its effective job. Most restaurants, that's what they sanitize their cutting boards with, their knives, their counters. That's what they use. You can buy pre-made chemical kits. There are also some test strips you can get to make sure you have the proper ratio. A little litmus test paper that you add in there. But it's a super cheap, easy way to enable yourself to, sanitize your doorknobs. If you've got multiple people in your houses coming and going, that's a key ingredient. We all have people and friends and family, and that spider web out, each person touches so many things and so many lives during the day. Well, I'll stop my rambling on that. Immune system, emergencies, any sort of these little vitamin packs. These have been around for a while. They're not terribly, expensive or hard to find. I have one for breakfast every day. Colloidal silver. There are videos on YouTube. You can make it yourself. It's not a huge hassle, although you got to have a few items. But it's usually available. It's great to take. Silver is, I don't believe they found anything that it won't kill. It's used in a lot of hospital stuff, a lot of burn creams, bandages, usually are impregnated with silver. And it's great immune booster. It'll take care of a lot of items. I know I've put this in every kit. I keep talking about it. But if you're certified for CPR, the face shield isn't, you've got herpes and everything else. And this is just another reason. I'm not going to not perform CPR on somebody because I think they have the swine flu or whatever this week's pandemic, fear-mongering happens to pop up on. If it does come to your area, and it does come to that, you got to avoid public places. Rent movies you know, instead of going to the movie theater. You know, there's plenty of activities to do. The other really good one is I still recommend on a regular basis. If you've got family, have yourself what they call a blackout night. It's a night where you guys don't use any electricity, any power, anything. Pretend you are cut off from the grid for the night. And a lot of people have said it's a good family builder. You know, depending on the age of your kids and stuff, it might not be that cool for a lot of your teenagers and stuff. But, you know, sit around, play board games, talk, you know, leave the TV off, light some candles, you know, sit around and enjoy the evening. And it's good practice. It's a great way to save energy. And it also accustoms your family. It's not such a strange environment to be in your house if the power ever goes off. I know I'm kind of get sidetracked here. If you do find yourself sick with flu-like symptoms, a lot of that has a lot of bodily fluid excretions. You know, it's not pretty, but your diarrheas and your vomiting, even just sweating. A lot of the heat fevers associated with sickness. You will sweat out the salts and minerals that you need. You need to rehydrate those. That's why they tell you to drink lots of fluids, drink lots of juices. There are a lot of ways to do that. This happens to be a little Gatorade power pack. You know, Gatorade does a great job. It's got a little higher on the sugar side, but your body will need those if you're in an actual physical activity. And that's sort of what these are meant for. But they do have electrolytes. You don't have to drink them. These, one of my favorite little products I just kind of throw in everything. These are shot blocks. This happens to be the cola flavor. The cola flavor actually has caffeine in it. They're electrolyte chews. They're extremely little soft, chewy guys. There's like 50 milligrams of caffeine in 3 blocks, so you know, it's like a cup of coffee or so. But they're a great little energy source, and you don't have to spend the money. Here's an example, and this is a set I'm setting up for a friend of mine. Recently just bought at the local sort of Costco giant bag of organic sugar. This is evaporated cane sugar. It's not processed. It was like $3. Morton's table salt. And I'll show you here. This is your sodium bicarbonate, the sodium chloride, food grade. Sodium chloride is going to be part of this recipe I'm going to give you here in a second. So your average table salt is usually sodium chloride. Baking soda, everyone's familiar with baking soda. And this is what you call Lite Salt. It is actually potassium chloride, and it's mixed. But if this will focus, sorry about that. Iodized salt and potassium chloride. So your iodized salt's basically your sodium chloride, like you got up there. Have these items on hand, and this is how you make yourself a electrolyte drink. I want you to take 1 teaspoon of the little Lite Salt that has the potassium chloride. I want you to take 1/3 teaspoon of baking soda, which is your sodium bicarbonate. 10 teaspoons of table sugar. I use a higher end sugar. That's just my preference. And all that is going to go into 1 quart of water. And it's really not that bad. In fact, I think it's pretty good for you. Those are some of the basic building blocks of a good electrolyte drink to help replenish fluids. Also, you know, preventive care. These are the N95. These are the foldable flat ones. I prefer them over the round cone ones. I don't know if you can see the cute little picture here. But it fits your face, I think, a little bit better than those sort of like hospital round masks. You know, get them, have them. Most of the kits I have, I've got one of these stashed in there, even if it came with a gas mask, or sorry, a regular one while the dog scoots by, excuse you. Has one of those, you know, that's important to get. And latex gloves. You know, when it comes down to it, you need a good barrier. And I hope that helped.